NATO's strategic communication, exposing and countering Russian propaganda. Propaganda has always been a tool used by various governments to influence their citizens or other nations. However, in recent years, the proliferation of technology and social media has amplified the reach and impact of propaganda. Russia has been at the forefront of using propaganda to advance its interests, and NATO has been working to expose and counter it. NATO's strategic communication is a comprehensive approach to informing and shaping the perceptions of audiences to NATO policies and actions. It is a way to ensure that messages delivered to the public are consistent and clear, and that they promote mutual understanding and support for NATO's actions. The primary aim of NATO's strategic communication is to increase the resilience of the alliance's populations against propaganda and disinformation. Russia's propaganda machine is vast and well-funded, and it is used to shape the narrative not only within Russia but also in other countries. The Russian government utilizes a range of propaganda tactics, from disinformation campaigns, the use of bots and trolls on social media platforms, to the creation of false news stories in traditional and online media. The aim is to sway public opinion in support of Russian interests or to undermine the interests of those who oppose Russia. One of the most successful propaganda campaigns of Russia was the one used in the annexation of Crimea in 2014. Russian state-owned media outlets were used to portray the annexation as a reunification and the Russian military presence as a peacekeeping force. However, NATO's strategic communication team played a critical role in countering this narrative. NATO's strategic communication unit used a range of tools to expose and counter Russian propaganda. The team set up a Countering Disinformation Task Force, composed of experts from across the alliance, who worked to identify and refute false information being spread by Russian propaganda outlets. They also leveraged partnerships with media outlets and journalists to ensure that accurate information was being shared with the public. As part of NATO's strategic communication, the alliance has also invested in building resilience among audiences against manipulative or false information. NATO-sponsored workshops have been conducted across the alliance member states, with a focus on building critical thinking skills and educating the public on media literacy. The aim was to provide audiences with the skills and knowledge to identify and reject false information. Another critical part of NATO's strategic communication is the creation of a more robust and accurate narrative to counter the disinformation spread by Russian propaganda. The alliance has continuously worked to ensure that its message is clear and consistent, that it reflects the reality of the situation, and that it is free from manipulation or bias. In 2019, NATO introduced a new initiative aimed at strengthening resilience to hybrid threats. The new initiative is an expansion of NATO's strategic communication, aiming to address the evolving security landscape. It includes a range of activities, such as identifying vulnerabilities in the alliance's critical infrastructure and developing measures to mitigate them, expanding partnerships with like-minded countries and international organizations, and engaging with audiences through social media and other digital platforms. In conclusion, NATO's strategic communication is a crucial tool in countering Russian propaganda. It is an approach that seeks to promote mutual understanding and support for NATO's policies while building resilience among audiences against false information. With the increasing global reach of propaganda, it is essential that NATO continues to strengthen its communication efforts to ensure that accurate and non-manipulated information is shared with the public. The alliance's investment in building resilience among audiences is a significant step towards creating a more informed and critical public, better suited to identifying and rejecting manipulative or false information.